Michael S. in the electric whittler.
Hey guys, hey Michael, hey electric. Doing got a piece of cottonwood bark on here, and we're gonna carve out a little face, little tree guy, sort of a guy. Hey Ray, what's up, buddy? Glad you made it. We're having trouble a little bit finding places to run the chainsaws, so I did bring a piece of bark with me, and we're gonna see how this goes.
Dad Carves is here.
Hey Dad.
And Night Owl is here.
Aiden, welcome buddy. Glad you made it. Doing a face carving and cottonwood bark. I think your coffee's done, Casey. I'm going to turn that off.
Okay, thank you. How do you want to do this?
Well, let me see. I can say hi to get people. So we're down in Florida. Hey, looks like Anywhere. Hi, Anywhere. Welcome. We're just showing you guys around our campsite. We're camped out down here in Florida. Just a gorgeous spot. Hey, Amy Jo. Showing you guys I should wait for everybody to show up. But this is our campsite. We're down here in Florida. Hey, Rick. Yeah, we're trying to adjust to the heat a little bit. We still have our New Hampshire blood going on, so we're like dragging a little. But yeah, this is it. Casey's over here. She's gonna be really mad because I put her on camera, but she's making coffee. Hey, Keller. We're carving a piece of cottonwood bark today, and so this is it. A little bit of trouble finding places to run the chainsaws, so a little bit of hand carving. Got some chisels and gouges going on here. And yep.
Oh, Rick Smith asked what part of Florida?
Do you know what it is, Casey?
White Springs.
White Springs.
Amy Jo says it looks lovely. Gosh, I'm ready for warm weather.
I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty nice. So I like to establish like a 45 degree on my faces. Kind of what I'm doing here. This stuff just carves amazing. I love the cottonwood bark. I know electric whittler got to carve a little bit, and it's got pretty grain, and it holds detail well, and it just carves like butter. It's a pretty unique thing to carve. I do know with the power carving, Amy Jo had said it was too soft, and it is pretty soft. Those burrs just eat it away like nothing. But with the chisels and gouges, it's really nice. Just cuts beautiful.
Ray says they're getting freezing rain tonight.
Oh my goodness, gross.
Night Owl says it's like butter. Cottonwood bark.
Who?
Night Owl, Aiden.
Yeah. I wish I could find a good source of this stuff. We get like a lot of pine knots and stuff in our area, so those are cool. We're pretty blessed with that, but I guess you always wish you had something you don't have. And this is one of those things.
Lori Keller asked CD, have you carved on cottonwood before?
Yeah, I've got a big box full of this stuff. I bought a ton of it back in the 90s, and my supply is dwindling. It's getting smaller and smaller, so I'm starting to think about replacing some of it. And it's a lot more expensive now if you have to buy it. I watched I watch the guy, it is in the US and different places, but I watch the guys up in Canada that find this stuff. And I watched Jordy Johnson find some. He went on a road trip to visit one of his friends, and he just found like trees and trees of this stuff, like more than he could possibly haul. So I was drooling.
Amy Jo says it's too soft for me. Jordy carves on it using a Dremel. I just destroy it. We got Bear and the Boss Lady here.
Hey Bear, welcome in, buddy.
Electric says the green man carving you sent me on cottonwood bark, it is so beautiful. I still just sit and stare at it.
Yeah, I think this one's going to Night Owl. And he sent us something in the mail. And we haven't received it yet. It's probably in our mailbox by now. But it's going to be a minute before we get it. But this, if this turns out fairly decent, this one's probably headed to Ireland.
Dad says I carve bark, just go easy. And Night Owl says you're kidding me, wow.
Well, don't count your blessings yet. Hopefully it's going to come out good.
Electric says winner, winner, chicken dinner, Night Owl.
We're not sure exactly when we're doing that live stream, Electric. We still have to let Michael S. know, and some of it just depends on, you know, if I'm honest, we're not entirely sure exactly when we're coming back through that area. And but it most likely won't be on the 1st of March, but just somewhere in that neighborhood. We're going to shoot it for a Saturday, but when we figure it out and set it in stone, we'll definitely let you know when that is. And if you can make it, it'd be awesome. And if not, then, you know, we understand that too.
Yes, we did get your email, Electric. He said, did you see the email I sent?
Yeah, we sure did. But we'll let you know when the dates are, and you can go from there with it.
Night Owl says, wow, I am blown away, dude. The mug was a beautiful gift. You guys are awesome.
We just love trading stuff back and forth, and anybody, you know, like you send us something handmade, and a mug isn't quite the same as that. So just blessed to have people like Aiden as part of the community, and really everybody in here is just awesome. So we love hanging out with you, and it's just fun to trade handmade stuff. What next, Casey?
Amy Jo says, gotta go. Grandson is wanting a nap. Much love.
See you later, Amy Jo.
And Electric says, cool, okay, hopefully it will work out. That would be a whole lot of fun, and I would really like to meet you guys and shake your hands. And Night Owl says, well, it was greatly appreciated. Trust me, I use it every day.
So this is kind of the top of the forehead up here. The hairline's going to be somewhere there. And I'm kind of starting to establish the nose. The nose is the furthest point out on the face. And I'm going to try and maintain that 45, that kind of 45-degree shape as I go at it.
have John here, says hi everyone.
Hi, John. Glad you're in here.
Team Quack Attack is here.
Hey, Quack Attack, welcome in. So I'm getting ready to see my daughters in the next few days, and they're in this area. My oldest daughter is going to college here, and so I definitely don't get to see them as much as I'd like. But that's one of the cool things we're looking forward to here in the next few days.
Got Mr. Kitsky here.
Hi, Mr. Kitsky.
And Electric asks, so do you ever have to worry about cottonwood bark splitting when you are chiseling it?
You know, we were working on a piece earlier today, and why don't we show them the piece? We're making a long form video out of this, and it's going to be an Indian. But yes, I don't know if you could see that.
Yeah.
I had a piece pop up, and it goes right up into the lip there. So I'm going to set that up with some epoxy tonight, and that'll be fine by morning. But it is a little bit chippy if you kind of hit it the wrong way. You got to pay attention.
Mr. Kitsky says, looks amazing.
Thank you, Mr. Kitsky. So Florida's got some cool stuff, and we were walking down a creek earlier today, and we actually made a short out of it. We're going to release a short, but we found some petrified wood, and we'll show that to you guys here in a minute. But just something that's pretty cool for anybody that likes wood and wood carving, and I don't know, maybe you guys have seen that before or found it in your areas, but when I picked it up, it just looked like a little chunk of driftwood or something, and then I realized it was stone.
John asks, where are you located as you are working outside in short sleeves?
So we're in Florida right now, and we come from New Hampshire, so this is kind of unique for us, and we still have our cold weather blood. Takes a little while for your blood to adjust to the different temperatures, and we're feeling a little lethargic today. We're trying to get used to this heat, but when we left it was bitterly cold, single-digit temps, that kind of stuff.
Night Owl says that's cool, the natural twist of life. And Electric said there are some real dangers in Florida as far as the wildlife goes. You guys be vigilant.
How's that, Electric?
Tell them about the spiders.
Oh yeah,
Spider City.
Yeah, so show them around the where we are here a little bit. See all the leaves and stuff. So last night we're sitting and it's getting pitch black out, and we have the fire going, and all of a sudden we notice there's like glitter. It looks like glitter all over the ground. And of course, Casey being a girl, she's looking at the pretty glitter.
Oh, it must be some kind of beautiful lightning bug or something.
And I'm thinking to myself, you know, this is like, looks like dew catching the light from our headlamps. And so Casey got up and really zeroed in and tried to look at it and see what it was, because there was just like hundreds and dozens of them everywhere. And when she shined her light on it, it was each one was a little spider.
Yep, Team Quack Attack, you are correct.
And I don't know if it's the spider eye or what it is,
but they're everywhere.
Oh my gosh! Once we realized
it's time to get in the tent.
Yeah. In fact, I brought something in the tent to pee in. I wasn't coming back out.
Electric says alligators, pythons, all kinds of nasty, creepy crawlies around Florida.
I think what creeps me out the most is the idea of venomous snakes. So like rattlesnakes and cottonmouths, and I think you deal with that stuff, don't you, Electric?
Lori Keller asked if we've seen gators.
You know, we've not seen a gator yet. We've not really been near any real fresh water to speak of. I mean, we were walking that creek, but I think that creek's a little small for gators. We are near the Suwannee River, and I know there's gators in the Suwannee River.
Electric said that's what I'm talking about. There are critters everywhere in Florida. Michael said copperheads. Electric Whittler said cottonmouth and copperheads. Cat's Piece is here.
Hey, Cat, how are you?
Trucker Kevin.
Hey, Trucker Kevin.
Says snakes can walk. They don't have any legs. That's the devil. It's in the Bible. Electric Whittler says you can run into a few armadillos down there. We have them here in South Carolina.
They're not harmful though, are they? I know we've seen a few dead ones on the road. I don't know exactly what an armadillo does. What are those things all about? Do they, like a raccoon, they get into the garbage or?
Freaky Mom is here.
Welcome, Freaky Mom. Hand carving today. Can't always find places to run the chainsaws, so and we don't have any Wi-Fi to hook up to either, so I'm kind of curious what the picture quality's like. We're running on our what do you call it, high-speed data.
Freaky Mom, my name is Casey.
What's that?
Freaky Mom asked what my name was.
Oh, yeah, Casey.
Electric says don't stand over them. They jump straight up when they get scared and they break your jaw.
Wow.
Stay away from armadillos.
Okay, that's good to know.
Says they tear your yard up looking for grub. Mr. Kitsky says, ooh, I can't do spiders, but I can deal with reptiles. We are out in Nebraska, but I have had to deal with snakes and coyotes and other things. Freaky Mom says, Casey, you sound like such a nice person. Thanks, Freaky Mom. In my purse, if you take this and maybe just read the last few things that I've said. There's been a few people that have...
Let's see here. How did you get started doing this? Ryan Prado, welcome in, buddy. This started out when I was probably 20 years old, and it's all I've ever really done. I've been a professional wood carver for 28 years, and yeah, it started out as a hobby. I had an uncle that was a wood carver, and you can see. And I will say Casey is an amazing person, Freaky Mom. She is the sweetest, gentlest person you probably will ever meet.
Did you... Hold on, I'm trying to find... Did you see Mr. Kitsky said, do you ever do commissions?
I do, a little bit. I used to do a ton of commission work, and over the years I would do pretty much everything and anything that came through the door. And so these days I'm a little bit more particular, a little bit more fussy. Mostly doing stuff that I really want to do. And so I guess the short answer is a little bit. I entertain all commission requests, and some of them I do and some of them I don't.
Well, Lori Keller says, what is the temperature down there during the day and at night?
So I'm not sure what it got up to today. I think
80s though.
Yeah, I would say 80s. Yeah. And last night was a little on the chilly side. It was down probably in the 50s somewhere. And I say chilly, but that's beautiful sleeping weather for me. I just love it. It's a little chilly for Casey. I don't think she likes that. But that being said, she said she wasn't cold last night at all, so that was good. And I think moving forward, the temperature is going to be a little warmer at night. So.
Dal said she must be holding it now in response to the nice things you were saying about me.
Yeah, I don't know. Casey doesn't have an aggressive or violent bone in her body, so no.
Primo says, Casey, that's so nice of him, right? Yes, it is. He's actually a very, very sweet person, too.
No, now she's lying.
Whatever. Am not. Ryan Prado says it's the shipping that costs a good amount.
Yeah, something like this little hand carving isn't too bad to ship, but as soon as you start trying to ship chainsaw carvings, it's extremely expensive. So.
And Don asks, what native wood of Florida is good to carve?
You know, I don't know. This is Florida's a new thing for me. We're just visiting here, and it looks like they have some oak and stuff like that, which is extremely hard. But I'm probably not the right person to recommend Florida wood. Ask me about New Hampshire wood, and I'll have a whole bunch of stuff to tell you.
Freaky Mom says you seem pretty nice. He sure is.
Thank you, Freaky Mom. Got to spend a little bit more time around Bear so I can learn how to talk. Talk on these live streams. We have a lot of quiet stretches. Man, I was just thinking if Bear was here, we'd be all set.
Oh, Mr. Kitsky said, apologies, my connection dropped. I didn't hear you if you answered my question. Do you ever do commissions?
I do. Not as much as I used to. I've been carving 28 years, and I used to take every commission that came through the door. And these days I'm a little more particular. I still do them, just not as much.
And John says New Hampshire is closer to where I am, so we probably have the same wood to carve.
What state are you in, John?
Electric said you could probably find some cedar around there. Ontario, Canada, John says.
Now, John, this isn't John. I've got to ask it. It's not Lost Lakes, John, is it? I know John from Lost Lakes in Ontario, Canada. Guy's got a YouTube channel, so probably not the same John, but it's a big coincidence, or at least it's a coincidence, so I'm going to ask.
So do you have like recommendations for carving wood? No, he says it's not John.
Okay. So carving wood in New Hampshire, if I'm chainsaw carving, I love white pine. That's my go-to wood for the chainsaw. And we get a little bit of basswood, which is really good for like knife carving and chisels and gouges. I love carving pine knots, and so I actually have a long-form video on my YouTube channel about how to find and carve pine knots. So if you like doing chisels and gouges, like this kind of stuff that I'm doing here, that pine knots are great for that. It's one of my favorite things to carve with chisels and gouges. In fact, I brought a pine knot with me that we're going to be carving a little bit later on in the trip.
Electric says, I mean, in Florida where you guys are at, you could probably find some red cedar.
Yeah, Electric. I think I've seen... I do. I think I've seen. I saw when I first saw it. I thought it was like an evergreen tree, and I was shocked. I was like, "What? Evergreen trees in the south?" And as I looked closer, it had like cedar leaves. So I think you're right about that.
Electric asks, has anyone ever tried to carve magnolia wood before?
I've personally never even heard of magnolia wood, so I know I never have.
Night Owl says, Josh, have you ever carved Palawina wood? It's like bass, but it doesn't retain moisture.
Nope, never even heard of it.
And Mr. Kitsky says, have you ever worked with petrified wood or resin stabilized wood?
So it's funny you asked that. We were walking a Florida creek. I was talking about it earlier in the live stream, and let's go show them some of the stuff we found. But we were walking this creek, and I see this wood on the creek bank, and so I go to pick it up. It looks like little pieces of driftwood, and it was actually stone. So we found some petrified wood, and I'm kind of like have a treasure hunter mentality. I love picking up found stuff, be it wood or whatever it is. And,
we got Old Path Woodworks here.
Check out this awesome cardinal.
Ew.
Bear and the boss lady gifted that to Casey, so he's been going with us camping everywhere. Ooh. Everybody loves him. The petrified wood is actually stone, and I am kind of, you know, I have worked with stone a little bit. I've done some stone pendants and that kind of stuff, and it's definitely, can you hear it clanking? And it looks like some sort of quartz on the inside. I don't know much about this stuff, but I think this stuff was the same time period as like the woolly mammoths. So I may use my stone cutting tools to carve like a little woolly mammoth into one of these pieces.
Mr. Kitsky says, amazing. Scott Battis said, you guys have a blast. Bring some of that warm weather back. I almost didn't recognize you without the beard.
Yeah. Hey, Scott. Soaking up some sunshine and warmth, buddy. Here's a cool piece.
Electric asks, what do you do with that? Do you try to polish it up?
So diamond bits will cut stone, and I'm gonna carve it with rotary tools and diamond bits, and then stone you can polish. You just sand it with all the different grit sandpapers and stuff. If you take it down to thousands of grit, you can literally polish it.
Night Owl says, that's unusual stuff.
Yeah, it's funny. We made a short about where we found it. And the creek had eroded the bank out, like a massively eroded the bank out all the way down to the clay. And this stuff was sitting right on the clay. So I think it was recently unearthed, I guess. But anyways.
Baby Kisses is here.
Hey, Baby Kisses. We're checking out some petrified wood that we found.
She said the farthest piece back we had wood too. Ours looked a lot like tiger's eye. Ours was shiny. And Electric says those are very interesting pieces. Nice find.
Yeah.
Baby Kisses says, how fun.
We're going to get back to face carving.
And Bear says his keeps going back to the beginning for some reason.
I think that's a bear thing, or is that something to do with us?
I don't know. Is anybody else having trouble with live? Ray's gotta go. Bye, Ray.
See you later, Ray.
Electric says it must be operator error, Bear. John says the live's working good for him.
Good. Sounds like it's on your end, Bear.
Lori Keller said she had to sign out. Night Owl says live's okay for him. Bear says, I don't know what the deal was. It's finally right now, but it kept going back to the very beginning. Weird. He said right after the cardinal he started having trouble. It must be that silly cardinal, he said.
You didn't jinx it, did you, Bear?
He says, Michael S. says it's a little blurry, but it's working okay. Wonder if it's because we're using your phone, maybe?
I don't know. Do you want to try yours? Or?
Well, we'd have to start over. I think we're in it. Keep going. Unless you want to.
No, that's fine. Hopefully they can see it okay or good enough at least. So these, I love doing these hand carvings. They're not my, it's not my specialty. So this cottonwood bark carves so quick and easy. It's nice, but I guess it's a little out of my comfort zone. I don't get to do these as much as I might like.
Kisses says, I've been watching for a bit. It's okay on my end. The cardinal's adorable.
That's that cardinal was carved by Bear from Bear and the Boss Lady. He actually gifted that to Casey.
Night Owl says the picture is good. The leaves look funny.
The leaves?
Do you mean like the leaves on the ground? Yeah. Well. Yeah, I spell my name weird, Freaky Mom. Lori says the leaves look like they're moving.
They were last night. I had spiders everywhere, man.
Old Path Woodwork says leaves on the ground sparkling like glitter. Bear says, Casey, tell Josh I bought a cheap set of those chisels so I can see if I like that kind of carving.
It's pretty cool, Bear. There's you know, there's a little bit of a learning curve to it and stuff, but I think if you stick with it, it'll definitely it'll add like a different element to your carving game.
Night Owl says that the leaves look like mushrooms.
Night Owl, what have you been doing over there in Ireland?
Mr. Kitsky says, I'm subscribing. Thank you so much for being interactive with fans and chatting on live. I gotta go, but we'll check in later. Have a great day.
Well, thank you for subscribing, and check out some of the other people here in the live stream too, like Bear and the Boss Lady and the Electric Whittler and Night Owl. They've all got good channels, and Bear and the Boss Lady has a nice live stream, so help support them too.
Freaky Mom says, weird is good, Casey. Thanks, Susan.
Call out Freaky Mom's channel, Casey.
Yeah, everyone check out Freaky Mom's channel. She's awesome. Subscribe. Night Owl says, no, I said you took mushrooms.
Who took mushrooms? We know who carves the smoky mushrooms.
It's kind of hard to get good angles.
So I don't know if this is as exciting as power tools. Like everybody loves to see the chainsaw operate, and even like even the Dremel carving. Bear gets pretty good views on his lives. But
You're doing all right. We've got like 79 views right now.
oh, cool.
Night Owl says I got a steady hand. Thanks.
Right. Check out Night Owl's page. He just carved a mushroom, and I guess it's a backflow mushroom, but very cool. Just made me smile, and a lot of talented people hang out on the live streams.
Rhinestone Suzanne is here.
Hey, Rhinestone Suzanne.
I think I'm gonna add her as a moderator. Standard. And John says Doug Linker does good wood carvings with hand tools.
Yeah, I've watched a bunch of Linker videos, and that guy is just crazy talented with a knife. And I love carving with a knife. But it's just different enough. I'm very adept with chisels and gouges, I guess, and chainsaws. But I was surprised how much different knife carving is. It's just a different approach. But Doug has some awesome tutorials, how-to kind of stuff, and so I've learned stuff from him and his channel. Can you guys hear that owl back there? That's one of the things about Florida that's surprising to me. I think we have that same kind of owl back home. It does the same call, but you always hear them at night. This thing's been hooting in the daytime. You don't hear them at night.
Night Owl says Wilkinson Wood Carving also is a good channel.
Never heard of that one.
And Freaky Mom says, Josh, you are extremely talented and very nice.
Thank you, Freaky Mom.
Dad Carver says, do you prefer chisels or chainsaws?
You know, I think I love the chisels and the gouges. Like it's so nice. It's relaxing. And today we were sitting down by a river, just carving with the gouges and listening to the birds. You can't do that with a chainsaw. But that being said, the chainsaw's a lot of fun too. So I don't know if I have like a favorite thing.
Baby Kisses says, wow, I wasn't expecting that face. Cool, he just popped out. Oops. Greg Davis.
Hey, Greg, welcome in, buddy. So for those of you just joining in, we're having a little bit of trouble finding places to do chainsaw carving live streams. So today we're doing a hand carving. This is cottonwood bark.
Baby Kisses asked if we found the bark in Florida.
No, this is a piece of bark that I brought from home, and very lightweight, easy to carry. And I kind of knew we may be jonesing for something to carve at some point, so I lugged it along with us.
Night Owl says it's coming to life. Old Path Woodwork says, that's so cool. I'm about to try my hand at this carving stuff. Might be an elementary style though, or entry level, LOL.
So that's awesome to hear. Wood carving is so much fun, and it's just an awesome journey. But there's a lot of talented people here to learn from, so I wish you the best of luck.
And Night Owl says, Casey, do you hand carve also? No, not really. I've done one hand carving, and it didn't come out great.
I think you gave it to your dad, didn't you?
Yeah. Night Owl says, I bet he loves it.
Is he still in there?
Dad, are you still in here? Do you love it? might be driving.
Might be driving.
Yeah. Trucker said I had to refresh. I missed it. Talking about the hand carving that I gave you for either Father's Day or your birthday. I don't remember which one. My dad is Trucker Kevin, if you didn't know that. Old Path says, y'all ever try the Harbor Freight carving chisels?
I've never tried them. Have you? And if you have, like, give people a review on those.
Rhinestone Suzanne says the face is looking good already.
Hey, thank you very much, Suzanne.
Joey the Roach says Puerto Rico likes it too.
Thank you, Joey. Welcome from Puerto Rico.
To Puerto Rico.
To Puerto Rico. So I'm just kind of tying this. This is going to be the mustache and the beard coming down. And a lot of times if there's natural lines in the wood like this crack here, I'll tie the kind of the flow of the hair in with the natural features of the wood.
Bear and the Boss Lady says I bought that set yesterday just to try it out and see if I like using the gouges.
You got the Harbor Freight set, Bear? I will say a big thing about the gouges is keeping them sharp. So it can be a little tricky, a little bit of a learning curve to that, but it's well worth the effort.
Night Owl says, look at that mouth. Fabulous. Woodworker's Dilemma is here.
Hey Joe, welcome in, buddy. Doing a little bit of cottonwood bark face carving here.
Night Owl says, do you have a video on how to sharpen them? CD, I guess you probably do.
I don't have a video on it, but I have what's it's called I keep bumping the camera. Sorry about that. It's Tormek. It's a Tormek grinder, so it's a slow RPM. You never want to hit your gouges with any kind of a high RPM that will heat up the steel. If you heat up the steel too much, you'll ruin the temper or the hardness or the ability for the steel to hold an edge. So the Tormek is a slow RPM grinding wheel. It turns around very slowly, and it sits in a water bath. So the bottom of the stone is actually submerged in water, and that helps keep the stone cool. And so the one side is a stone, and then the other side is of the grinder is a leather strop. So honestly, if you strop your tools, that's the best thing. And I do know Doug Linker has a real good video on stropping your tools But basically, if you strop your tools, you very, very rarely have to sharpen them. And there is a technique to stropping. So, but like I stop and strop these every so often, and it's pretty rare to actually have to sharpen them, so to speak.
Bear said yes, the Harbor Freight ones.
Yep. So, you know, you could strop by hand if you have an old leather belt, and then you get some stropping compound. You could even buy the Tormek compound. It comes in a little tube, and just strop them. Like every single time you use them, you should be stropping them.
Andre Bessa is here.
Who is it?
Andre Bessa.
Hey, welcome, Andre Bessa.
And John says you have inspired me to pack up my jaw horse and go outside to cut a piece for my next project.
I'll tell you, I just love this jaw horse. I haven't had it that long, and I have been aware of them and familiar with them, but they're kind of expensive. And I think what finally put me over the edge is watching Bear from Bear and the Boss Lady use his jaw horse, and just seeing the different applications and how much he actually used it. And I went ahead and bought it, and it's just one of those invaluable tools. It's so useful for so many things. If you look at the side view of this, I just have like a couple of pieces of scrap wood that come up, and I've got a hinge right here. So this actually folds back and forth, these two pieces. And so I actually have the jaw horse grabbing this piece of wood with the hinge on it, and then I screw my other scrap piece that my carving piece is. We can pull it all apart maybe toward the end of the live stream, and that may give you guys a better visual.
Andre Bessa asks, what are you doing?
So this is a piece of cottonwood bark, and I'm carving a face into it.
And John says, I got my jaw horse last fall. Mike Bliss is going to get me one. And Woodworker Dilemma says, a jaw horse similar to a Black & Decker workmate.
I don't know what was that a question?
Yes.
So I don't know anything about the Black & Decker workmate. Maybe somebody else could answer that. But this is just an awesome tool.
Michael says, that looks awesome, CD777.
Thank you, Michael.
Electric Whittler says, I love the way his mustache is starting to look. Reminds me of a 1970s Southern rock band bass player with giant mutton chops.
Honestly, that's one of the neat things about these face carvings, or one of the fun things for me anyways, is just playing with the hair.
Old Path Woodwork says, okay, I gotta roll out. I can't stand it no more. I'm going to the wood shop to carve.
Well, have fun and carve something cool.
Old Path Woodwork says, live coming soon.
Looking forward to it.
Michael S. says, EW, it kind of looks like the mustache CD777 had a few weeks ago.
I wasn't going to mention that. I was thinking about a mohawk for the Florida trip, but haven't done that yet.
Baby Kiss says, Wisconsin is supposed to get light snow, and it's dark here too.
That's one of the things we were surprised about, was the difference in the length of day from New England to here. A lot more daylight down here.
Freaky Mom has to go. Bye, Susan.
See you later, Susan.
Different Susan Bear. Freaky Mom Susan's leaving, not Rhinestone Suzanne. Bear says, looking good already. Night Owl says he kind of looks like an old pirate.
Thank you, guys. Maybe we'll give him a patch, a little patch over the eye.
Cat's P says, was thinking the same about the stash.
It's funny.
It is Rhinestone Suzanne. It says her name is Suzanne, not Susan. Which I think I was saying that right.
Suzanne, not Susan?
Suzanne.
Oh man, that's too bad. All the Suzannes I've known have been pretty crazy people. I'm just kidding.
Dalton Blythe says, nice work.
Thank you, Dalton.
Baby Kisses says, cottonwood bark is a joy to carve.
It is. This stuff is just awesome. Yeah, it carves. It's so soft. It just carves so nice. But usually there's a trade-off with woods that are soft. They don't, a lot of times won't hold detail that well, or like with basswood, it's kind of a boring grain. It's just plain white kind of wood. This really checks all the boxes. It's soft, and the grain's just gorgeous, and it holds detail pretty good. So
Dalton Blythe says, do you all live stream regularly?
So right now we're traveling, Dalton, and I mostly chainsaw carve, and I typically do Wednesdays and Saturdays, but we're having a little trouble finding places to chainsaw carve out on the road. Number one, finding a place with wood, and then number two, a place that you can actually run chainsaws and carve and make all that noise and stuff. So I guess the short answer is, starting in March, we'll be back into a regular schedule of most likely Wednesday and Saturday live streams. And while we're out on the road, we're doing the best we can. I know we have more live streams coming this next week. I think Wednesday we're gonna have availability. It may be another hand carving, but some of it too is finding Wi-Fi for. We only have so much high-speed data, and then the picture quality really suffers and that kind of stuff. But Bear and the Boss Lady, Bear has awesome live streams. He's a chainsaw carver, talented guy, and just as funny as he is talented. And I feel like he was built for the live stream because the guy can just talk, man. He's got a crazy gift that we actually visited him not too long ago, and it took him over 2 hours to eat his steak dinner. The guy just talks and talks, and you know, I would say that's a gift, especially when it comes to live streaming, man. If you can keep people entertained and talk to them and make them laugh. But check out his live stream too. I don't know, Bear, if you're in there, tell him when you live stream it. Bear live streams all the time, multiple times a week.
The carving wizard is here.
Welcome, Mr. Carving Wizard.
Dalton Blythe said, fair enough, just subscribe. That being said, picture quality might suffer, but it's good work.
Thank you very much. All right, I think we may move on to the eyes soon. Originally, I was going to do the eyes closed, but I think I may cut them in and have some open eyes.
Dalton Blythe says, gotta head to work, but glad to see this pop up and look forward to watching the past work.
Well, thanks for stopping in, Dalton. We appreciate you. And definitely, we've got a whole community of artists and woodworkers, wood carvers. I don't know if Joe Dilemma is still in here. I don't think we've mentioned him yet, but Woodworkers DIY Lemma does a lot of woodworking, but definitely a cool place to hang out if you like artistic stuff and woodworking, and lots of talented people. Most of the people in here in blue that have the blue on their names have channels and that kind of stuff that you can check out. So the next live stream we do, I know we're going to have a Wi-Fi connection, so should be good picture quality on that one. What do you think, Casey? Am I doing this right?
Lovely. I love him. Night Owl says he's very handsome.
I don't know what to say about that. What do you think?
He's giving you a compliment. It's a good looking carving.
Well, thank you.
Electric says, Aiden, you're going to have to find a special place to display this one.
Yeah, it's funny. Years ago, we used to ship carvings all over the world. What are you getting?
Bear says, Aiden, will you keep it by your pillow? If you had a heart at all, you would.
I bet Aiden would. Aiden's got a pretty big heart, man. He, of all the people we sent a coffee mug to, I don't know if anybody was quite as thankful as Aiden. The guy uses that mug every single day. And so we know he has a big heart, and I wouldn't be surprised if this ended up next to his pillow.
Night Owl says, Bear, I don't kiss and tell. This is getting weird.
Yeah, it's definitely getting weird.
Brian Suzanne said he sure would. WOOD. Night Owl says Amy Jo's carving is on my bedroom wall. It's going right beside that.
Yeah, we got to get Rhinestone Suzanne a sticker in the mail. If you want a Creation Dust sticker, shoot us an email. It's right on our YouTube channel. And shoot us an email with an address, and we'll pop one in the mail to you.
Electric Whittler says, what number carving will this one be?
You know, we typically only number our long form video, so.
Did we number Michael's?
Yeah, that was, did we?
Thought we did.
Oh, well, we'll throw a number on it. Whatever the next number in line is. Casey's in charge of the numbering system, so I think we're somewhere in the 50s on the numbering system.
Rhinestone Suzanne says, oh yay, 10-4. Lori Keller says, CD, you two are so nice. Night Owl says he wants a number.
All right, it's definitely getting a number. Yeah, Electric got one of these long form video hand carvings when we went to Umbagog, so his definitely had a number.
Electric Whittler said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cause an issue. No number for you, Aiden.
Oh, he's definitely getting a number.
Oh, there's some people over there.
So I always like to draw in my eye line, kind of the center line of the eye.
Oh, Michael S. says there's no number on his.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Typically the live streams we don't number. We typically only do the long form videos, but this guy will definitely get a number.
Do you say you're still doing them with the eyes closed?
No, I think I'm gonna open the eyes up.
Gotcha.
But this is kind of the tricky part with the cottonwood bark, because it is a little chippy, and really got to be careful. Make sure you kind of get your tool at the right angle doing this. See that? I lost a piece there.
Night Owl says, okay, you don't have to number him. I don't want to upset EW.
Oh no, he's getting a number. Undoubtedly, absolutely. We're gonna work right into the whatever's next. I forget what we did. We're in the 50s somewhere.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up.
But they just won't show up on our long form video. Someday somebody will say, hey, where's number 53? They skipped number 53. And so if we're ever You know, if our work is ever worth millions, this will be an extra special one.
And Rhinestone Suzanne said, emailed my address. Thank you in advance.
You got it.
Electric Whittler says, I'm never upset, Night Owl. I want him to put lucky number 22 on there for you. He likes the number 22. But I think we already have a 22.
Yep. Who likes the number 22?
Electric Whittler.
Oh. We're big on 7s around here.
Michael S. says, it's okay. I'm just blessed to have the carving.
You don't know where my glasses are. Like, I don't want you to have to go dig, but...
I'll go check the truck if you take this for a second.
Okay.
Say hi to people.
Yeah, baby kisses. You got that right. 777. So, thank you very much, Carving Wizard. I appreciate the compliment. Yeah, seven's the number of creation. So, God created the world in 6 days and he rested on the 7th. Hi, Runic. All right. Oh, no, I need glasses to see.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, take
Flip
this.
around and maybe people can... Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, 7's a good number. Yep. I gotta get in and check out your channel, Carving Wizard. I've been there a few times, but life's been a little crazy here in recent days and weeks. But looking forward to digging into some more of your content. And for anybody that hasn't checked out the Carving Wizard, go ahead and check out his channel. In fact, I'm gonna have Casey make him a moderator. It'll be easier for people to kind of see his channel and check him out. But cool story. He's a military veteran, so we appreciate your service for our country, and we always try to honor our veterans. And yep, here comes Casey. You're gonna make the Carving Wizard.
Yep. I'll turn myself around again.
Oh, so much better.
Standard. He is a moderator. Michaela says, gotta run, heading home, be back if you're still live. God bless.
God bless you too, Michael. Thanks for being here, and drive safe.
Catsby says, are you guys swinging up to Joe's neck of the woods?
Joe Dilemma? I think he's over in Alabama. We might drop in on him and knock on his door late at night or something. No, honestly, I don't think we have any plans to kind of get over to Alabama way. That's a little bit of a jump from where we are. But we are planning a live stream with Michael S. And we're going to zero in on that date. Michael's already said that we're welcome to go to his house and do the live stream. And we're going to be doing that on our way back through to New Hampshire. I think it's going to be around the first week of March sometime. And anybody that can make it there, and of course I'm pretty sure Michael S. would be fine with it. I know we invited Electric Whittler. Bear said he might potentially be able to make it. But Kat, I think you're somewhere in Ohio or New York or something. But if you're within distance to be able to get there, you're welcome. We'd love to meet you. But same thing with Joe. If you I don't know how far it is from Alabama up to Michael S.'s place. But if you want to jump in the truck or your car or whatever it is and go for a ride, we'd love to meet everybody.
And Ray too.
And Ray too, yeah. Ray and Sandy.
I think he's not in here anymore, but
Yep.
My Honey's Handmade is here.
Hey, Honey's Handmade. Did you make him a moderator?
Yes.
Cool. Check out Honey's Handmade's channel. He's a very talented woodworker. I've been noticing some of his live streams seem to be picking up some pretty significant views too. And I think he's been turning on the lathe and that kind of stuff. But talented guy, talented woodworker. So part of the trick to these carving these eyeballs in is to try and keep them round. Go ahead, Casey.
No, I'm sorry. I just realized I was watching what you were doing and I didn't have the camera actually pointed at the...
Oh. Casey's a wood carver too, so she gets enamored by what's going on with the carving stuff sometimes. I remember when we first started making YouTube videos, she'd be so interested in some aspect of what I was doing in watching how something was turning out or being carved that she forgot she was supposed to be filming it. And she doesn't do that too much anymore. She's actually turned into quite an amazing camera person.
Runic Workshop says, it looks like you guys are on our old property in Florida.
We're definitely in Florida. If your old property is near White Springs, Florida, I guess it could be a potential. This property where we at, it's a private property, and the guy that owns it, is it Firelight Campground it's called?
Firelight Family Campground.
Firelight Family Campground. But easygoing people, and it's just, he's got a significant amount of property. There's a brook nearby on the property, and just a cool place. It doesn't feel like a typical campground where there's a lot of rules and stuff, and we're kind of just out on his back 40 here in the woods is what it feels like to me. All right. Which way do you want him looking, Aiden? Straight ahead, off to the side.
Runic Workshop says, nice. Further north than our place, but I can see why they appear similar.
Where was your place, Runic?
Bear and the Boss Lady says, that's looking awesome.
Thanks, Bear. Cut those eyes just a little.
My Honey's Handmade says, how long have you been carving?
I'm assuming you mean in general or just on this piece. If you're talking about in general, it's been 28 years. 28 years full time.
Yeah, he says in general.
Yep. So, very blessed, very fortunate. Love what I do, and it's just been awesome. It's been great to be able to earn a living doing what I love doing. And honestly, YouTube and meeting so many good people on YouTube, and everybody that's in here, you know, all the moderators, and has kind of, I guess, breathed new life into the wood carving game for me. And I kind of got comfortable just doing my inventory and stuff like this, and keeping up with basically running the business. And this has just added a whole new level of kind of like inspiration and motivation, and I guess it adds a level of fun.
Night Owl says, ooh, you decide. And Rhinestone Suzanne says, have him look down so you can watch Aiden sleep at night.
That sounds like a great idea. That's what we're going to do.
Baby Kiss says, people make jewelry out of petrified wood, Casey. That's pretty cool. Make some jewelry.
Yeah, I've carved a few stone pendants. And I carved one for my mom. And I've got a hook carving I did. Matter of fact, I'm going to go grab that and put it on so they can see it.
Cool. My Honey's Handmade said, you're right, connecting with other YouTubers has reignited my love for wood turning.
So that's a hook I carved. And I think that's a piece of jasper, but we found that in the White Mountains of New Hampshire, the rock. I do have a video of making it on my YouTube channel. So diamond cut stone. But if you do any stone work, make sure and put some water on it and or use a respirator. That stuff's really bad for you.
Cat's Pea says, getting pirate vibes from this carving.
Yeah, he kind of looks like a pirate.
I agree. Night Owl says, it makes it so much fun sharing ideas. Carving Wizard says, oh wow, beautiful hook.
Yeah, I've carved Casey a stone pendant, and I've got a funny feeling we may carve a pendant out of some of that petrified wood. For those of you that weren't here for it, we found some petrified wood here on a brook in Florida, and just a really cool, unique treasure to find. But I'm almost envisioning carving like a woolly mammoth into some of it.
The Woodworker's Dilemma says, some minerals are deadly.
I did not know that.
And Night Owl says, Matt makes jewelry. Woodworker's Dilemma says, black bread?
What is it?
Oh, Blackbeard.
Blackbeard.
He corrected it. I was like, what does that mean? Blackbeard's pirate.
Ah, he's talking about deadly minerals or something.
And my Honey's Handmade has to go. Says, thanks for sharing.
Hey, thanks for stopping in. So I think I'm going to use a rotary tool to cut these in.
Cat's Pea says, that'd be sweet, CD777.
What's that?
Cat's Piece says, that'd be sweet, CD777.
What's sweet?
I don't remember what you were talking about. So
I think this bit I have in there might work just fine.
The woolly mammoth.
Oh yeah. I think the woolly mammoth comes from the same kind of a time frame that the petrified wood does. At least that's what the scientists say. That I don't know what there's some pretty smart people, I guess, but this is, I don't know how well that shows up.
Don't hold it so close because it gets blurry. That's good.
Yeah, that's a piece of it there. But this is all kind of petrified wood down here. In fact, I thought it was wood when I first saw it. I don't know how well it's showing up on the camera, but it literally looks like a piece of driftwood.
Cat's Piece says, beautiful.
Thank you, Cat.
Baby Kisses says, really pretty. Night Owl says, that's awesome. I get a full video of you carving this. I am blown away.
We love you, Aiden.
Cat says, nature has so many treasures.
Baby Kisses is another one we'd love to send a carving to or give a carving to. And, she doesn't let her address out though. But if she ever does, we're going to send her a carving.
Carving Wizard gave us $5. Said, just want to support in any way I can. I can't afford a membership, but I can give you a gift for your time.
Well, thank you very much, Carving Wizard. It's very generous of you, and we're very appreciative. So thank you very much. And a good way to support the channel also is to watch our long form videos. So every time you guys watch a video, we do get a little something out of that. So but thank you very much. That's very kind.
Woodworker's Dilemma just named a bunch of deadly minerals I don't know how to pronounce.
Let me see. Oh, wow. Yeah.
The boss lady said if only we could get her address.
Yeah. Baby Kisses. Yeah. I think she's from the old school. They don't, I don't blame her either.
I don't
like
blame you, Baby Kisses.
Yeah, it's a lot of people don't want their information out there. So
Yep.
we definitely respect that too. So anybody that doesn't, we don't want to make anybody uncomfortable, but we really do appreciate Baby Kisses. So we just want to do something for her, but we understand.
Baby Kisses says, you guys, I follow different channels. There are mean people out there.
That's so true. Jesus protects you, though.
Baby Kisses says, yes, she does, all my life.
So I try and cut these pupils in pretty deep. Part of what makes them look lifelike is that real deep shadowing. The real deep shadowing when you cut real deep in there.
Cat says, good tips. Joe says, oh, I like how you did the pupils.
Who said that?
Woodworker Dilemma.
Oh.
Carving Wizard said, God is good.
God is good. It's, I know the Carving Wizard has dealt with a lot in his background. And that's definitely one of the ways, or I guess probably the only way, as far as I'm concerned, to deal with difficult stuff in life. And had my share of those kind of, well, not those kind, but I guess I've had my share of my own kind of real difficult kind of stuff to overcome, and it's made a huge difference for me.
Baby Kisses gifted a CreationDust777 membership to Cat's Peace. I didn't even know you could do that.
Didn't know you could do that either. But
Thanks, Baby Kisses.
Thank you very much, Baby Kisses.
Welcome in, Cat's Peace. And the Carving Wizard said he brought me home for more unscathed. Blood, Splinters, and Sawdust says, great job.
Thank you very much.
Carving Wizard said, other than my PTSD, but he helps me through it.
Yep, I've dealt with some pretty heavy stuff myself, and I will say Carving Wizard stuff that he's dealt with is a lot more honorable than the stuff I've dealt with, I guess. But irregardless, people that are going through difficult stuff, it's definitely. I actually wrote a book called Gladiator Camp, and it talks a lot about how to get through some of the darkest times of your life while hanging on to Jesus while you go through it. And yep, but awesome story, Carving Wizard. So glad to hear. Give credit and glory to where it's due.
Cat's Peace says she's reading it now.
Alright, we're going to give this guy some nostrils. Knocking off a lot of the hard kind of corners and edges, and after this I'll go back with just sandpaper and hand sand.
Lori Keller says those eyes will follow Aiden all around.
Yep. Whoop. Let's see if I can give him some upper eyelids without destroying anything. Might be good to do that. Oops, sorry about that.
It's okay. My bad.
Almost knocked you down.
Carving Wizard said, I got to finish my wizard carving video of my sticker. I finished one, but video didn't show anything but the top of my head.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a learning curve to YouTube, but if you stick with it, you'll be surprised how quick some of that stuff you figure it out. And it's really not rocket science, and just a matter of doing it and sticking to it. And I think as far as making YouTube content videos, and Dave Whipple is a great resource. So for anybody that's trying to make YouTube videos, check out Dave Whipple. And he created a a channel with over 1 million followers, and it's called Bush Radical. And he's just started a second channel to tell kind of blue collar people, coach them on how to be successful on YouTube. And of all of the content that I've watched and consumed as far as advice goes on creating YouTube videos, I think Dave Whipple, just real level-headed, straightforward, honest. He's not really bull crapping around. He's just giving solid advice. And I think he's helped us with our channel in a lot of different aspects. I think our channel we've gained more from his advice, I think, than probably any other source.
Joe had to go. And Dad Carve says, I'm back. That looks awesome.
Hey, Dad, thank you.
And the Carving Wizard said, okay, thanks, brother. I will.
Yeah, Dave Whipple's a great resource. Yep.
How do you spell his last name? Do you know?
It's Whipple. And certainly if you type in Bush Radical, his channel would come up. But it's not the Bush Radical channel. He started another channel on how to do YouTube. But one of the things that we've picked up is literally telling people about your carving in the video as you go with like a voiceover, and just packing it full of information. And we tried that technique on our latest mushroom lamp video, and we just really liked it, and we got a good response from it. And another thing we got from Dave Whipple is if you're making long form videos, move the camera angle a lot. And if you look at some of these channels and then you realize that the really good videos, they actually do that. They don't just have the camera sitting in one spot. And I think 3-second clips is what you're shooting for. So literally count 1, 2, 3. And if your camera is still in the same spot, you're doing something wrong. And anyways, tons of good information in there, and you guys can go check that out.
Electric is back and Mr. Kitsky is back.
Hey guys, welcome back in.
Baby Kisses says, neat doing eyebrows. And Rhinestone Suzanne says, nice detail.
Thank you very much.
Dances with Aardvark says very cool carving.
Thank you, Dances. Dances a moderator?
I just made him one. He wasn't one. I thought I was, but...
One of the things I've learned recently, and probably should have known a long time ago, but I used to make like a real hard line around where the hair would go. And if you look at a real beard, there's no real hard line there. It just kind of blends out from the face. So, little tip. Oh, this guy's actually getting pretty close. How long have we been streaming?
Hour and 37 minutes.
37 minutes.
Says I have to pop out of chat, but I'll leave it going. Baby kisses, thank you so much for the gifted membership. Have a beautiful rest of your day, everyone.
Thanks for being here, Kat.
Night Owl says he's really watching me. I'll need to face him to the wall at night.
So with something like this, I'll sit around and camp and just pick away for hours and hours. My eye will catch things and just sanding and most of the real kind of heavy duty shaping is kind of out of the way. But honestly, with some of these hand carvings, a lot of the detail or what really is going to make it pop is if you put that time in kind of sanding and refining is what I've found. And it can be kind of tedious, so I don't typically just sit down and do it all at once. I'll grab it and just pick away here and there.
Rhinestone Suzanne says I carved a pig head and gave it away because it looked at me creepy.
Well, let's know. What do you say? I'm at a loss. Bear would know what to say.
And Night Owl says he's fabulous, guys. Thank you so much. Go ahead.
I was going to say thanks, Aiden. We do appreciate you. And for those of you that don't know, Aiden has sent us a really cool carving. And we're looking forward to receiving it. And also, just reciprocating and giving him something handmade as well.
And Team Quack Attack says that looks awesome.
Thanks, Quack Attack.
And Rhinestone Suzanne says the pig is in her coworker's office.
All right. I've done a few pigs or hogs over the years, and man, the Harley riders love any kind of a pig or hog carving. And as a chainsaw carver, I've put like a black leather vest on a pig, and they just love that stuff.
Lori Keller says that does look awesome.
Thanks, Keller. don't let me forget to number this one, Casey.
Okay. Rhinestone Suzanne says she gave the pig too much life in the eyes.
Is there a video of said pig?
She says yes, I think it's on YouTube.
Well, we will have to check that out.
I carved, remember like my bears, like whenever I first started carving, they were like how hideous they were. They were like absolutely like atrocious. And one was so bad it just like got thrown into a corner and like hidden away. And then I sent a picture of it to my mom one day and she laughed really hard and then said she wanted it. So she has one of my first really, really, really horrible, hideous bears. And Rhinestone Suzanne says, my first carving using a die grinder.
Yeah, die grinders are the wood carver's best friend. They move so much material so quick.
And Lori Keller says, do you know what kind of spiders come out at night? Whatever spiders they have here come out by the hundreds.
Yeah, so I don't know if maybe there's some new people in here that didn't get to hear the story, but we're camped out here in Florida. And we were sitting with our headlamps on after dark, just around the campfire, and we noticed like all of these little sparkling things, like hundreds and hundreds of them, and just everywhere on the ground. And Casey thought they looked like glitter. And so she went and kind of looked around. I'm thinking like dew, you know what I mean? Like little droplets of water. And then I realized, it's dry as a bone here. There's no dew. And Casey got up and looked real close, and each little sparkle was a little spider. Or not necessarily a little spider either. There were some little ones, but there's some good sized ones too. So I think it must have been like their little eye or something. And but pretty freaky. We, with the sheer amount of them. And it wasn't too long. We went in the tent for the evening. So. We're generally not squeamish people. We've encountered all kinds of wildlife, but man, spiders and snakes, no thanks.
Lupo is here.
Hey, welcome, Lupo.
Says, is he doing cottonwood? Where is he right now?
Yeah, this is cottonwood, and we're actually in Florida, Lupo. We're down here soaking up some warm weather. You still up in the snow and the ice, buddy? Lupo is from New Hampshire, so he knows what a New Hampshire winter is all about. Yeah, I think we're pretty good on this guy. Now it's going to be a lot of hand sanding and stuff.
And we'll post a short once it's all totally finished.
Yeah, this thing's really going to pop when it's finished up. So again, we're kind of running on our high-speed data. I don't know how well the quality picture's coming through for you guys, but oh, Lupo, man, I'm sorry to hear it. Shovel.
-20 the other night.
Brr. Yeah.
Moderator. Standard.
Yep. Michael S. is back in the house. I didn't realize he was back. But
Dancer says he doesn't mind spiders if he sees them crawling before they're climbing on him.
Yeah. It's funny, we were sitting around the campfire and we're talking about poisonous snakes and spiders, and this is all stuff we don't have in New Hampshire. Like we don't have anything like that at all. There's literally no venomous snakes. that I'm aware of, anyways. But I don't know. Can you guys see the campsite out here, like the tent and the chairs, and then show them the tree above? So we had a fire going, and a leaf fell off the tree while we were talking. It was dark, and a leaf fell off the tree while we were talking about spiders and venomous snakes, and like hit me, and we both jumped. So it's just kind of funny.
And Perry says he has to go.
Later, Perry. Thanks for stopping in, buddy.
And Niall says Casey is going to catch one tonight, aren't you? Are you talking about spiders?
Yeah, there's no danger of that.
Think not. I'll stay away from those suckers. Lupo says, I think that you guys traveling and carving is just a cool idea.
We love it. We've kind of dreamed about doing something similar for a long time. And we're kind of doing it, you know, like a lot of camping. We're kind of doing it on the cheap a little bit as far as that goes. So we've stayed in a few hotel rooms here and there, and we are headed to a condo here soon for a little spell. But lots of camping too. So we love it. We love the outdoors. We love camping.
Lupo says, whoa, wait, did you just mod me? You've been modded.
Yep.
Everyone thinks it's spiders that fell from the tree.
No, it was just a leaf. Yeah, we were talking about spiders and venomous snakes, so we were kind of afraid of our own shadow at that point. It was dark out, and a leaf hit us, and
then we saw the eyes, the
Yeah.
glittering eyes.
Yeah.
Bedtime. And Lupo says, I have a little off-grid primitive site in South Carolina, but it's super overgrown, or I would let you stay there. I'm not sure you could even drive in right now.
What part of South Carolina, Lupo? We went through South Carolina, and we just love that area. We were near Hunting Island, and we stopped in Charleston and Beaufort, South Carolina. I think especially it was just a really cool area. What do you got?
Talking about making sure you sleep with your mouth closed so that the spiders don't crawl in. And Electric says you have to sleep with pantyhose on your head to keep the spiders out.
Yeah, so we're in a tent that has very good screen, and I don't think there's going to be any critters in there with us.
And Lupo said that it's an hour outside of Myrtle Beach.
Oh.
And he said, serious, I would let you stay all you want, but it's really run down right now.
Yeah, we appreciate that, but we understand. So these hand carvings are addictive once you get going on them. Almost can't leave them alone.
Ron Swihart says, hey, all.
Hey, Ron.
Andre Bessa said, do you ship this?
This one's actually going to Ireland. It's going to one of our awesome channel tribe members, Night Owl, Aiden Fletcher. And so these small carvings are pretty easy to ship. We do a lot of chainsaw carvings, and those are definitely not worth shipping. They're very expensive to ship.
I just made Andre a moderator. Been hanging out a lot.
Okay.
Mr. F says, that's awesome. Lupo says, I will grow drunk with power. You can't give me a blue wrench. It was a mistake.
Oh no. So, do you have anything else for him, Casey?
I don't think so.
Got a verse of the day or anything like
If you
this?
hand me my phone. Hey, we have an email from Rhinestone Suzanne.
All right.
That's highlighted. Baby Kisses asked, how do you seal them, Creation?
So with the cottonwood bark, I've become a big fan of just straight up putting wax on them. I use, it's a Minwax product, and it's just paste wax. So if you go online and look up Minwax paste wax, and basically I put it on with a toothbrush so I get it in all the little nooks and crannies, and then I'll buff it with the toothbrush and maybe a rag on these bigger places once it's all sanded. And that wax actually puts a little bit of a sheen on it, and I think it looks real nice on the cottonwood bark. So the cottonwood bark is depending on what sort of finish you put on it, it can really darken up and that kind of stuff. So you got to pay attention a little bit.
And Lupo said, I want to try my hand carving like that. What tools do you recommend to start with?
What tools?
Yeah.
So that's a loaded question, Lupo. You can definitely get some real affordable tools, probably like on Amazon if you look at reviews. And I know Bear from Bear and the Boss Lady said he just got a set from Harbor Freight. So it's probably a good place to start with a cheaper set. But again, look at the reviews and find something that you don't want to go too chintzy. You want to make sure it's at least reasonable quality. And then probably, I guess once you decide you like using them, then you could go with some higher quality tools. These are Lamp brand, and they're made in Germany. And I used to get them through Wood Carver Supply out of Inglewood, Florida. But I almost feel like they've stopped making these tools. I haven't been able to find them. But I picked my set up, and you can show them this is part of my set here. I picked them up back in the 90s. And but I think Feel, and that's Pfeil, makes a high quality tool if you're really interested in just getting some high quality tools right off the rip. But most people will go with a cheaper set just to see if it's their thing, you know. And I do think it adds another dimension to the carving if you can master these. And a big part of it's learning how to sharpen them. And but it'll definitely add another dimension to your carving game. It'll open up different avenues and different ability to put detail in your carving that you really can't get with other kinds of tools. And yeah.
Night Owl says, I'll be bringing people in off the street to see this carving. And Aiden says, I point mine out to everybody that comes to my house. And Lupo says, oh wow, they are antiques now. And Baby Kisses says, I have one of those, but I can't seem to get it sharp.
Yeah, so I have a Tormek grinder is what I sharpen my tools. And it's important not to heat the steel up or put them on like a high-speed grinder, because you can ruin the temper in the tool and then it won't hold the edge. So my grinder is a slow grinder. It goes slow RPM, and it's a stone grinder. And it sits in a water bath too to help keep the steel cool, so it doesn't heat up. But honestly, with these tools, if you strop them frequently, so every time you're using these, you should be stropping them with a leather strop and some stropping compound. You really don't have to hit them on the stone or the grinder very much. If they get too dull, then you'll have to hit them on the stone. But if you hit these, if you strop them, every time you use them, they'll stay sharp.
Bo says, thanks for the advice. Maybe starting cheap is smart. I might not like it. And Ron Swihart said, what sizes?
On my tools, so I'm mostly a chainsaw carver, and I don't really know what the numbering system on these things are. I just know what the shapes are, and so this one has a 4 and a 25 on it. And I'm sure somebody knows it has to do with probably how many millimeters wide and the curve and this kind of stuff. But each one of these tools has a different shape. And it's basically you're looking for a specific tool to make specific shapes.
Baby Kisses said I was using oil and stone. Bear and the Boss Lady said that's what I'm doing. I went with the cheap set to see if I would use them. Baby Kisses says I only got one for spoons and bowls. John says, I like that Ryobi rotary tool when I am out and about wood carving.
Yeah, this little tool's been great. And it just runs on these little batteries here. And just you can get a bunch of them. It's amazing how long this thing will run on one battery. And we do a lot of carving in different kind of remote spots where we're camping or canoeing. So these battery tools are awesome. This one here, we just had to replace the shaft on it. So I'm pretty happy with it, especially for the price of the tool. But the shaft kind of melted down, and I was carving an octopus on the beach, and so it kind of let me down a little bit there. But we had one shipped to a Home Depot nearby here, and so I have a brand new shaft. But if you get this one, I would say get the replacement shaft with it, so you don't kind of, I think the shaft was like 35 bucks. So this will go quite a while on a charge, and it uses the bigger batteries that just plug in here.
Ron Swihart says, thanks, we attempt chainsaw carving too.
Say it again?
Ron says, thanks, we attempt chainsaw carving too.
Right on. We love carving, so if you have a channel, Ron, like a YouTube channel or something, post it up so people here can see. We'll check it out and support your channel a little bit. And awesome community of people here that hang out on our live streams. Bear and the Boss Lady have a live stream, and but you'll learn a lot just hanging out on these live streams. I know I learn from watching other people on their live streams. So yep.
Rhinestone Suzanne says, okay guys, I've got to run. Hopefully I'll get close to finishing the USMCX tonight. I'm taking a break after I'm done.
Later, Rhinestone.
Michael S. says, awesome carving, CD777.
Thank you, Michael.
Dances says, I get a lot done with a 2-inch wood chisel and a Stanley knife. Use vintage gouges for detail.
Yeah, some of those old gouges are actually very good. I'm glad you mentioned that for people that are looking for gouges. Some of the older ones, like you can find them at some of the antique sales and these sort of places. And high quality tools, so be on the lookout for those.
Baby Kiss says, oh, Harbor Freight green compound for strops is only $5. Red, white, yellow, blue, green. The battery Dremel there jumped up to $40.
Wow.
And electric whittler asked, have you ever done any ice carving?
I've never done any ice electric, and people ask me that question a lot, and I'm sure there's a little bit different techniques that you use for ice, but I think my thing is it melts. So if I'm going to put the effort into carving something, I'd rather, that's my thing about ice carving.
And John says, I got the other one on Boxing Day sales, Ryobi rotary tool that takes the 4AH battery, and it has great torque.
Yeah, Ryobi tools for the most part are really good. I have the impact drivers, the drills, skill saw. I've got a Ryobi chainsaw, and I think it's like the top end kind of homeowner Ryobi model brand of tools, but I think they're awesome. We put them through just like heavy duty use, so they hold up good.
Rhinestone Suzanne says, love the pirate carving, CD777.
Thank you.
Lupo says, Josh, are you from New Zealand? I noticed the necklace.
No, this is my hook necklace. We were talking about carving stone, Lupo, and you can actually see me carve this on my YouTube channel. And but we found some petrified wood on a local creek here in Florida, and so it's actually stone. It looks like wood. I don't know how it shows up on the camera there, but we were talking about carving stone, and I have done a little bit of stone carving with the rotary tools. Diamond burrs and diamond bits and stuff will cut stone. So we're probably going to carve something out of that petrified wood at some point.
Give a nice close-up of the...
Yeah, my hook I found, we actually tripped over a rock on a hiking trail in the White Mountains, and I noticed it was kind of translucent, so we grabbed it and brought it with us. And the local rock guys say it's jasper, but it's just really, it's kind of a pretty stone. And we love fishing, so.
Ron says that his YouTube name is Ron Swihart, so we'll have to look him up.
Cool.
And Lupo says, cool that you carved that.
Yep. So the mosquitoes are starting to attack us. I don't know if you see me out here squatting stuff, but I think the carving's pretty well wrapped up. And our next live stream, I think, will be Wednesday. And we should have some high quality picture, like internet, that kind of stuff on our next live stream. And it may be like another hand carving of some sort. So we'll look forward to seeing you guys in about a week. And did we do the verse?
No, right here.
Oh, there it is. Get distracted here. So the verse of the day is, I know how to be abased, and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I have learned to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And it's easy to abound when we're doing well, and not so easy to learn how to abound when we're abased. So I know those are some kind of difficult lessons that I've been learning recently, and being humble and having humility and those sorts of things. So we just want to share with you guys today, and I think that's going to about wrap our live stream up. See you all next time.